Very special guest, as always. I have Zion. How you doing today, Zion?
Good and you, Joe.
I'm good, man. It's good to see you, man. It's been a while,
Yes,
man.
sir. Nice seeing you too.
So today I'm gonna take you through a serious questions. No pressure, man. You know we family. I knew you
Yes,
for
sir.
years now, and we just gonna take it. We're gonna have a good conversation.
All right, let's get into it.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where you from?
I'm from Washington, D.C. on the southeast side.
Okay. So what you doing right now in life?
I do team manager at Digital Pioneers Academy and also a photographer.
Okay, so Digital Pioneers. I know of a few kids that go to Digital Pioneers, and they some great kids. What is the school Digital Pioneers? It is like electronic science. Tell me a little more about the school.
So we still got math, English, and all that, science, but it's technically a technology school.
Okay.
So mainly focus on technology and stuff like that.
See, that's what I'm talking about, honestly, because you know a lot of schools out here be all over the place, and now you have a school that's focusing on technology because you see where our world is moving. We have, you know,
Yeah.
Elon Musk with all these cars, and they talking about trains getting to London within an hour from New York. So it's super great that schools are becoming more innovative. How old are you?
16 years old.
16, man. Always, y'all. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. He always has been a great leader. I used to be a coach for a Marshall Heights team. Let's go Bisons. Always a Bisons. And he was always just helping the team out in regards of his water, photography, and things like that. And I just been watching this young guy continue to grow and things like that. Like, what actually like inspired you to just want to like help out? Like, what?
So what inspired me was once I seen my trainer
Uh-huh.
during the 11U, she was struggling with water and stuff like that, so I decided to step in.
Yep. And when he said my trainer, that was our team mom. Shout out to Miss My Trainer. And yeah, I understand. Like you just stepped up, and I was like, I really appreciate the young blood just coming out, helping the team out, helping the boys out. If it was injuries, running to get band-aids, anything, you was always consistent. But I really want to know, where did this photography started from? Where did that come from?
So photography started from back then because I used to take pictures for my aunt on her iPhone and stuff like that.
Okay.
So once I seen like it was like I like cameras a lot. I like photography stuff like that, taking pictures. Like let me go ahead because I seen one of my teachers, Mr. Caldwell, that goes to Digital Pioneers, also on the North Campus. He has a camera. I was kind of like taking basketball pictures, and then my director of operation over there at Digital Pioneers, Mr. Mason.
Okay.
I had asked him basically like stuff about like camera equipment and stuff like that. And that's when he decided like, well, you can use this camera, whatever. So that's when I started taking pictures, going out taking pictures. Football team, basketball team,
Yeah, I
Digital
see
Pioneers
that.
Academy.
Yeah, I see that. I see you taking pictures on your social media. You taking pictures a different football team footage and things like that. So it don't even look like you're just doing photography. You're doing film as well. Can you
Yes, sir.
speak to that? You doing film?
So film, I do film at Digital Pioneers Academy. As I am a team manager over there, they had me as doing film
Okay.
because they needed somebody never for a high part that we use over there.
Okay. So y'all heard what he said. I hope that y'all caught what he just said. He said that he's the team manager. We got to hear about that. He's team managing a football team in high school. Speak on that.
So I got into team manager was from Marshall Heights, shift over from my school, whatever, because we had 7-on-7 games. They said they needed somebody to step in as a team manager, so I decided to take that position.
Y'all, this is 16 years old. He's 16 years old. When I was 16 years old, y'all know where I was at? 1901 D Street, DC jail. This man is out here team manager and doing big things at 16 years old. Wow. So I just gotta ask, what leadership, like what things are you learning as being the head team manager? Because you're not just the team man, you're the head team
Yes,
manager,
sir.
as I noticed. How you continue to improve on leadership? Like, speak
So
to that.
kind of like being part of the others, showing respect. Don't get out of character, basically stuff like that. Try to be motivated to others and your players and also your coaches.
Yes, sir. And is there anybody to stick out to you that's like great leaders and mentors?
Mainly some of the players on the football team and some of the teachers in the school building. Also, Mr. Mason, Coach Rob Harris, which is our head coach and also our athletic director over at Digital Pioneers Academy.
Okay. Shout out to Coach Mr. Mason and shout out to Coach Harris. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Yeah, because your leadership abilities, I even noticed he just reached out to me recently and said, "Hey, coach, I have some youth that want to work out that plays for Digital Pioneers," and he was like, "I want to connect you with them so you can do some training with them. They can come to WeFit and work out." And I was like, "Let's do it." Leadership at its finest. So he ended up starting a IG group chat where that's where you get a lot of these youth at. And he put me in the group chat with these young introduced. I don't know these kids from Adam and Eve, and that's what we're talking about impact. He makes a huge amount of impact at 16 years old, making the Nats and connecting as a great leader at 16 years old. Take notes, take notes. To all my youth, take notes on this. I want to say, like, let's go into the challenges in regards to your life. What certain challenges that you faced and that you feel that you triumph through life?
Kind of like being disrespectful, stuff like that, using my foul language. I used to use foul language a lot back then, so it kind of like got me basically like more involved in like trying to respect people and stuff like that.
I agree to that. You know what I'm saying? Because when you give respect, you should earn respect, and a lot of people don't believe that.
Yes, sir.
Because it's been situations where I gave people respect and they disrespected me,
Yep.
and I think everybody deserves respect. So I like
Always.
that take. Everybody deserves respect. I definitely want to touch on this subject, gun violence. What is your take on gun violence in our community? Again, you just said you're from Southeast.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
from Southeast. We're both from Washington D.C., so we understand like gun violence and trauma and things like that. Was you ever impacted, or someone that got killed or anything like that? Speak on
Uh,
that. And you don't have to say any names in
mhm.
particular or things like that, but you can.
I've lost a lot of people in my life. I also lost four students from Digital Pioneers Academy and
Wow,
one teacher.
wow. And how do that make you feel?
It's kind of overwhelmed, but I'm still keep going, still shining. Their legacy will still be with us.
Powerful. And I was about to say, so what do you do like to make you feel better? Like what do you do to make you feel,
Um,
what gets you away from this? Why is the other 16-year-old like me, for example, I'm over DC
mm,
jail at 16. Why a lot of these kids out here ripping and running with ski masks on and things like, why are they not like you? Explain. Like what
um,
makes you different?
I just really like helping my community, helping others a lot. So that's what got me involved.
That's just it sounds so simple, y'all. Like it sounds so simple. It's just like it's okay with what my understanding what he's saying to do the right thing and helping your community and having a good heart because me growing up I wasn't really a bad person. I was a good kid. I was just misled and I ended up becoming a follower, following a lot of negative behavior and trauma. You know what I'm saying? Trauma can really open doors to a lot of chaos and make you want to do bad things, unfortunately. So he just demonstrated like one of his biggest shifts of doing right by the community and being around a lot of positive people and things like that. That puts you in a great mindset of doing great things and actually prevailing and triumphing from underserved communities in regards of the struggles we go through. Okay, what do you think we can change about that though? What do you think we
Um,
can like? How do you think the kids out here like what can make them change? Now I understand how you're different, but how can we change gun violence?
Kind of like trying to get more programs out here so other kids can learn about basic safety products and stuff like that.
Like that.
Use it for defense and not other things what we using out here for.
That's a good one, Zion. Like I said, I do believe in firearms, you know what I'm saying, and
Hmm.
things like that. But it don't have to be to hurt each other, you know what I'm
I
saying? It
agree.
could be used to like certain sports and things like that. And I don't believe in like killing animals and things like that, but just like targets and things like training your kids to how to actually use the firearms if they ever have to protect themselves or things like that or their family and stuff like that. So gun safety is a key. And what you just said, you just dropped bombs right there. I appreciate you saying that.
Thank you.
What do you see in the future for yourself? Like, is it photography, film, sports
Uh,
management? What do you see?
Sports management, kind of still doing photography. Probably get once I finish college or whatever, get my own business. Probably doing like personal driving, kind of like get involved with other community. Probably do like a youth organization, kind of get them connect with the youth, tell them about self driving, how you get your own business, how you do photography, things like that.
That's good. So yeah, I definitely hear a lot. What you got a lot of great avenues, and that's great at your age. Because when I talk to a lot of people at your age, they say I don't know. And guess what? That's okay. You know what I'm saying? Being 16
Yes, sir.
years old, you still a young youth, you know what I'm saying, going to close to adulthood, you know what I'm saying, but still young. And I used to be like that. I never knew what I wanted. I said the simple things. Like, I want to be a firefighter. I want to go to the NFL and things like that. You know what you hear, and there's nothing wrong with saying that.
Hmm.
But even if you didn't have an answer to that, that's still good. Before you having an answer, basically identifying certain avenues you want to go, just make it like, wow. So I heard sports management is something that you keep. Is that something that you're trying to major in college, like sports
Oh
man?
yeah.
Yeah. Have you been looking into any? I know you in the 11th grade,
Yes,
right?
sir. I have a college career counselor. We're doing SATs and stuff like that.
Okay.
Mainly, I've been looking at Maryland University. I'm still
Okay.
kind of searching around looking for others.
So are you trying to? Yeah, you get on them SATs and outstanding. You can get a scholarship and get one an academic scholarship, and get one of these other great schools. So you want to stay in the DMV area, or you want to go out?
Kind of want to stay,
Okay.
so kind
Okay.
of get involved with different people. Trying to, like I said, it's like a whole lot of stuff you can do out here. So probably try to build my way up, stuff like that, doing photography, stuff like that, being in team management. Kind of go around, see what other people do once I finish college, how they move, how they get environment with their community and stuff like that.
No, that's a good point. And what you just said was a good point because I was going to challenge you, like, why not get out and go other places? But what you said here, it's a lot of opportunities here. That's why a lot of people in America or internationally,
Yep.
they want to come to the big cities like Washington D.C. The White House is here. There's a lot of government jobs here. It's a lot of opportunities here as well. But I still would, regardless, I challenge anybody to still step out and try to get out your comfort zone.
Yeah.
But you still at the end of the day seem like, and your things might change. That's how life goes. Me as a 31-year-old man, a lot of things still change for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it still changed for me. So that's still good. That was a great answer. If you had a superpower, what would that superpower be?
Helping my community, trying to get these homeless people out the streets and stuff, and kind of helping the youth.
Okay, okay, and to be more specific, because that's definitely great. Because we have, especially being the nation capital, especially being in the United States of America, we have a lot of homeless people out there, especially a lot of young people out there homeless. What would be a superpower? What you have, like, if you can be a superhero and you only have to get one superpower, if that's flying, if that's being invisible, read minds, anything. What kind of power is super strong? What would kind of? I'm just interested.
So powers I would like is probably like it's kind of not like a power, but it's kind of like something that I want to do as when I grow up too. Like I said, have a business stuff like that. Probably get like a hotel or whatever just for homeless people. Free hotel for homeless people so they can come sleep, shower,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Hey, it sounds like to me he basically answered without even saying it. That the power of love, man, just showing love and impact. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a power in itself in regards of doing impact. And what this guy just said, it all say social impact, and I really love it, man. I really love it, man. You a game changer. I've been super proud of you. But I also want to run it back a little bit. I remember when I was coaching for martial arts, you used to speak about, like, maybe being an officer or something like that. Is that something that still like pique interest, or you really don't want to?
Yeah, probably like a security guard. I have my own business also with that.
Okay.
Kind of like helping the stores environment, like selling and stuff like that. Kind of get these youths off the street. So I know some of these teenagers, stuff like that, and young kids probably want to be police officers, stuff like that. But why not be a security guard? Kind of like help with sports and all that. Kind of get involved with the youth more.
But
Show like respect to the adults out there and stuff like that.
Right. So yeah, security guard, and it's a lot of money in that too. I know a few
Yes,
people
sir.
that got a security company. Actually, one of the guys you just met, Chief Green, he's a security guard too. He oversees this up in here, but there's a lot of money in security. Like you could secure athletes, celebrities, whatever things like that. Shit, I might hire your services one day if you get, if you really go that route in regards to security. Yeah, so I want to say, like, what do you do for, like, wellness? Like, do you work out or do any type of yoga,
Kind of run a lot.
cardio?
Yeah, I used to do track, so still kind of running stuff like that.
Who used to do track for? I didn't know you did track.
I used to do track, help with my autism kids. I'm at elementary school over there at Plum Elementary.
Okay, because I used to see when you was used to race Lil Zion and them and stuff like that at the field and stuff like that. I said, look at him. But that's good, man. As long as you're doing something. But I would challenge you to start doing strength training and things like that because, of course, cardio is good, especially
Yes,
for
sir.
our heart. But as we get older and stuff like that, strength training is super important. We want to
I
make sure
agree.
we're getting our push-ups, implementing some weights. And that don't mean, oh, I'm trying to lift the heaviest bench in the world or something. What kind of advice would you give to someone around your age, from 11, maybe 10, just any youth in regards of your age range? what kind of advice would you give them? Like honestly, what kind of
I would say stick to your goals, basically. Like whatever goals you have set for yourself, stick to them. Because in life, most people can help you out in life. You gotta speak up for yourself. Kind of like if you need somebody for personal training and anything about sports wise, you gotta speak up about yourself. You can't hold yourself back like in your heart or whatever. You gotta speak out. So like kind of like how I spoke out to what you said earlier. Kind of I spoke out to you about having some teenagers coming here to train stuff like that at my school, basically.
yeah, it's super genuine, y'all. Like you can't fake that. Like real, authentic, genuine, sincere to the heart. Nobody's perfect, but a genuine. This young man is a genuine young man, man. And we know, man, we all go through struggles, man. And I really applaud you 100% for continue to be solid and be positive and be a leader and help out people and things like that. You do that consistently ever since I known you, and you was a lot younger at that time,
Yes, sir.
and you've been doing it, and it just make you seem more mature because I'm like, okay, this must be his last year. He like 17. I'm putting extra years on you because your maturity is like here, and that's gonna take you a long places. Continue being coachable, continue listening, continue learning, and the world is yours, man. And thank you for doing this with me, coming on the show. And I'm always here to support you, 100%. You know, I'm always here to support you. You know, I got a home here.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I want y'all to make sure, or tell these guys, make sure they subscribe to the channel.
Please subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and hit that like and follow button, please.
Yes, and share as well. And we appreciate y'all again. And this is The Shift Effect with your host, Mr. WeFit. And today we had a great conversation with Zion.
Yes, sir.